Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving yesterday, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, of course. Here in the United States we do. I know I did. Got plenty to eat. Anyway, today we're taking a look at this new little hand drone. I think they call it an interactive drone. It's by Snaptain. This is the SP330 interactive mini drone, throw and go. It says it does 360 flips. Let me talk about that because I have had no luck with that. Obstacle avoidance, one key takeoff and landing. It is a circle fly. It does have 2 speed rates, and it is hand controlled, of course, and this is color blue. Now, an instruction manual says if you take your hands and put it on each side of the drone, you do a 360 flip. Then right below it, it says if you put your hand beneath the drone, it'll do a 360 flip. Then on the next page, it says put your hands on each side and it'll do a 360 fly around in a circle, and that's what it does seem to do. The exact same instructions for 2 different functions is obviously impossible to have it do both of those. So it would seem like the 360 flip then would be underneath it, but again, it just follows my hand up. It doesn't do anything. Maybe we'll have some luck in this flight, but in my test flight, I did not have any luck getting to do a 360 flip. There's an infrared sensor here on the bottom that detects your hand underneath it or the ground, and it has a infrared light here on this side and one more over here, so you got 3 of them that'll detect the walls as it does 360 spins, you know, and it should detect the walls and should not bump into them, though. It crashed an awful lot on me yesterday. I reviewed a similar drone from Amcrest a few months ago, and it seemed like it did better than this one, but maybe this will do a lot better this time. I don't know. Now it comes with, one of the differences between this drone and the other one I reviewed is this one comes with a little water drop looking remote, and this is where you can take off. You can press this and it'll take off. You can press it again to make it land, or you can throw and go. You can throw it up and it'll start the motors, and you can also press the button to make it to land itself. So you have those options. The charging cable that it comes with here, this plugs into the side here and charges it up until it turns green. And it also comes with propellers, extra propellers, which I don't know how you could possibly bust those since they're enclosed, but somehow you do. You got extras, and you get a Phillips screwdriver, which I don't think it would be a toy drone if there wasn't a Phillips screwdriver included with it. So what I'll do is I'll take this over here to the steps, and we'll go ahead and launch it up in the air. Now there is 2 speed rates as well. It's a green, I think, is a regular, and you press the power button again to go to blue, I believe it was, is your highest rate. It has to be a little bit sportier in that rate. We'll probably just, I don't know if I'll even test both, or we may just go straight to the high rate. So be right back, guys. Alright guys, so let's take the SP330 up and test fly it around the house now. What I do is I'm going to use the little water droplet looking remote to take off first, and then I'll demonstrate the hand launch. My youngest one here is going to help out. It says this is for 14 and up, but I mean there's no reason why younger kids can't use this as well. In fact, I may even make this video for kids for that very reason. So let's go out and sit on the steps here, so hopefully it'll be in my field of view. If this gets below the field of view or above, I apologize. This has to be flown indoors, and Snaptain also requested that this review is shot indoors, and it's just going to be tough with my head cam to keep it in view at all times. So please do keep that in mind. It's not me being sloppy, it's just the circumstances I can't avoid. So let's go ahead and set it on the steps here. First we got to turn it on, of course. And there we see the flashing light. It'll do a level calibrate, I believe, and it goes solid green. Let's go ahead and press the remote. And there we go. Now I may have trouble detecting like rails and stuff because, you know, they're not solid. It's banging into these walls quite a bit up there. Let's go ahead and catch it, and we'll go ahead and throw it up in the air now and do the hand launch. Sometimes it's kind of slow at firing up those motors. Oh yeah, is it caught? There we go. My youngest one loves it. So we're actually in the lowest rate now. Now if I do my hands on each side, if it comes down enough, I'll show you. I mean, it's just going to start doing that spinning or move away. It didn't actually do any flip. Now you can catch this thing if you're able to and flip it upside down, and that will actually kill the motors as well. So let's throw it up in the air again. Now it says underneath it should do 360 flips, and it doesn't do any flip. Alright guys, I wanted to cut in the video here to show you that I did figure out how you're supposed to be able to do 360 flips. I was a little bit uncertain while I was reading the instructions exactly how you're supposed to do that, but what it's saying is if you put your hands on both sides and it detects both hands, this light will start flashing. And when it does, then you put your hand underneath it and then it tells it to go up and flip. But I've only been able to do it once. It is not easy to execute because it tends to do the other maneuver, which was telling it to go in a big looping, circle, which it's not easy to execute. We'll try it here real quick, but I don't have much faith that we'll get it to be able to work. Plus the ceiling down here is rather low. So let's go ahead and toss it up in the air and we'll try it here and then we'll cut back into the full review video from earlier. So it just keeps banging into the ceiling on me. It's just, let's try it again. Get it? Yeah, see, it's just, I want the light to start flashing. And it's just all over the place. It's so hard to maneuver this thing. It's just constantly, it won't just hover, it's just constantly going somewhere on you. So let's see, it looks like some of this has come, some of the canopies come split apart too, and that, it's come open, so it makes it a little less stable. See, and that just, so as soon as I tried to go up there, excuse me, to try to get my hand next to it, it detected my hand on the bottom and shot up into the ceiling. So let's try it again. I can get that light to flash. It's still not doing it. See, it just keeps detecting. Oh, this thing's a mess. It's a mess. Get my hands in around, it just bangs in the ceiling, quits working. It's really frustrating. I've got it to flip one time, but I can't even get the green light to even flash. Oh, it's just into the floor now. Now it's back up on the other side. I can't. There. Oh, I think we got low battery. Well, guys, take my word for it. If you can get your hands around it, if you got one of these, and kind of make a cup-like motion around it, this will start flashing quick green. Then quickly get your hand underneath it. The bottom sensor will see it, and then it does a quick flip. But I'll tell you what, it is just, this thing is no good. It's really flimsy, and it just, I just wanted to cut in and let you guys know that, so that you know that actually it does function, but boy, have fun trying to execute it. Alright guys, let's go back to the main review. Well, it's going to go, whoa, all the way up. It really is not very consistent on keeping its height. It really wants to go high. Let's press the power button in again here and go to the highest rate, which is the blue light. Let's throw it up. Maybe we'll have luck trying to do 360 flips in the highest rate. It's just sensing my hand, which would make sense because if it's underneath it, that means every time it sensed the ground that it would flip, because it doesn't know the difference between your hand and the ground. I gotta tell you, this one, I gotta dig it out here from behind the chair. This crashes an awful lot. It doesn't seem to sense the walls as well as the other one I reviewed. It's not a huge deal it hits the walls because it's in a cage, but because it starts to hit them so much that it ends up just crashing itself. So hand underneath, it just goes up. It doesn't do any 360 flips. Now hands on the side, and now it's blinking rapidly. It's trying to tell me it's doing something there. See, now it's kind of going around and doing its I caught it and flipped it, and that's how you can also turn it off. Like if you put your hands on the sides, it does seem like it wants to sort of do that circle is what it's doing, but it doesn't always do a very good job of it. I know this is probably, whoa boy, see it crashes enough, it just kills its motors. So, see if we can get it to go up now. My youngest one here definitely wants to play with it. All right, good job. Can you pick it up and throw it? Throw it. Whoa, she didn't do. There we go. Whoa! It is not the best flyer. Here, let's throw it, okay? Sometimes like that, it's like it's slow to fire up the motors. Let's do a hand launch with the remote. There we go. Well, wait, it's like it doesn't fire the motors up all the time full power. And then look at it, loses how much altitude it lost. And then it just landed itself. All right, honey, let's do it with the remote now. Well, if it'll. Now we're not even getting it. There we go. This remote's not going to have much range. Whoa! And it just keeps going up from my hand. So overall, I'm not real impressed with this little guy. It crashes an awful lot. It doesn't do 360 flips at all that I can see. It really is erratic with its height, you know, which I know they're just going to float around, but this one really, and then the fact that sometimes you throw it up, even with the remote, it didn't always, it just takes off. Sometimes you throw it up and it's like the motors just barely spin up, and it just falls to the ground because they're not going at full speed. And then of course it kills the motors quite easily, sometimes too easily. And this is in the highest rate. Let's throw it up and see how it kind of, and then it falls to the ground. Like the motors sometimes don't even fire all the way up. Now it's crashing into everything. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this thing. So just flip it upside down, and there we're back. And of course my youngest one really wants to play with it, so we'll get it back in there. I mean, a little kid like my daughter is going to love this no matter what. But man, I'm not impressed with this at all. The other one worked really well. This one it doesn't fly particularly well. It crashes a lot. It doesn't always hit full power when you take off, and it doesn't do 360 flips like the manual says it does. I mean, 2 exact instructions to do flips are 360 loop, you know, big banking 360 turns, which it does it sometimes. I don't even know if you have to do that. You're supposed to put your hands, and there it kind of takes off, and it just crashes here before it's even able to do a 360 because there's not enough room. So it's really. Oh, it crashed into my daughter's hair, I think. Oh, it was caught in your hair, wasn't it? Now, I think that red light may mean low battery. Let's see. It'll still fly, but I think it means it's just. And look, it just cut motors again. Well, I tell you, this thing's a piece of junk. Yeah, I don't like this one at all. If you're interested in hand drone, hand guided drone like this, I would look at something else. This one just is too erratic. It doesn't do half the things it's supposed to do, and it doesn't do anything particularly well. The other one I reviewed a while back is a much better choice than this one. Even though this one does come with the remote, and that is nice. All right, guys, my daughter's really fussing. She wants to play with this, I think, so I'm going to let her have it. She can do whatever she wants. And have a good day, guys. Again, happy Thanksgiving and holidays. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you know when I do upload videos. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.
power of the dark side.